The ocean is deep, really deep. But let's skip the toe dipping and cannonball straight into its darkest secret, the Hadalpelagic Zone. Down here, it's pitch black, bone-crushingly cold, and so mysterious that even Google Maps shrugs and says, nope. It's home to some of the strangest, squishiest, and bravest creatures on the planet. So, how far does the Hadalpelagic Zone go? Well, let's bust out the tape measure. The Hadal Zone begins a whopping 6,000 meters below the ocean's surface. That's roughly 4 miles down. To put that in perspective, take Mount Kilimanjaro, flip it upside down, and stick it in the ocean. You still wouldn't touch bottom, and it doesn't stop there. The zone plunges all the way to an eye-watering 11,000 meters. That's deeper than any whale can swim, any diver can dream, or any pizza delivery driver can reach. If you drop the world's tallest skyscraper down here, you'd barely see its tip. What does it feel like this far down? Imagine the weight of 1,100 elephants stacked on your head. That's the kind of pressure creatures here experience every single day. No wonder almost nothing from above dares to visit. But for those brave enough, or squishy enough, to live here, it's just another Tuesday. The Hadalpelagic Zone is their home, their playground, and their all-you-can-eat buffet of mysterious snacks. Of all the trenches in all the oceans, the Mariana Trench is the superstar. Located in the western Pacific, it's the deepest point on Earth. A place so remote, only a handful of humans have ever seen it up close. The trench's deepest pocket, the Challenger Deep, sinks to about 11,000 meters. That's farther down than a commercial airplane cruises high. You won't find buried treasure or lost cities down here, but you will find mystery by the bucket load. The Mariana Trench is like the ocean's secret vault. It holds ancient clues about the planet, and let's be honest, a whole lot of really weird animals. Getting to the bottom is no small feat. It takes a special submersible, a strong stomach, and a love of utter darkness. But the reward? Meeting creatures that look like they wandered out of a sci-fi film and into the world's deepest neighborhood. So let's send our imaginary mini-sub right into the trench's heart and get to know the residents. Just don't expect a warm welcome. They're not used to visitors. Life in the Hadalpelagic Zone is not for the faint of heart, or the stiff of body. Down here, the pressure is so intense it could turn a soda can into a pancake. How do animals survive? By getting a little creative, of course. Most trench dwellers are basically living jelly. Their bodies are soft, squishy, and sometimes even transparent. Bones, too risky. Hard shells? Forget it. Being a gelatinous blob is the best way to avoid getting squashed like a grape. Picture a living, free-floating blob of goo, and you're on the right track. But it's not just about being soft. Some creatures have special proteins and fats in their cells that act like natural antifreeze, stopping them from freezing solid or falling apart. Others pump out chemicals to keep their insides running smoothly, even when the outside world is more pressure cooker than paradise. It's a weird way to live, but hey, if it keeps you from becoming a trench pancake, why not? In the Hadalpelagic Zone, weird is wonderful. If you had to pick a mascot for the trenches, it would have to be the Mariana snailfish. This humble little fish holds the title of deepest living fish on the planet. Scientists have spotted it chilling happily at nearly 8,200 meters below the surface, about as far from a tropical reef as you can get. The Mariana snailfish isn't flashy. Think of it as a ghostly tadpole with jelly for muscles and a permanent look of surprise. Its skin is see-through, its bones are bendy, and its body is so soft, you'd swear it was made of old marshmallows. But don't be fooled, it's a survivor. How does it live so deep? It has special enzymes and molecules in its cells that act like pressure-proof bubble wrap. These keep its vital parts safe from the crushing embrace of the trench. The snailfish spends its days hunting tiny crustaceans and gobbling up any snacks that float by, including the ever-popular marine snow. If there were a gold medal for deep-sea living, the Mariana snailfish would take home the trophy, and probably snack on it too. Next up are the trench's own janitors, giant isopods and amphipods. Imagine a pill bug the size of a small purse, trundling along the ocean floor. That's a giant isopod, a creature so odd that even its mother has to squint. Amphipods, meanwhile, look like shrimp that spent too long in the gym. Both are everywhere in the trenches, munching away on whatever they find. Isopods have armor plates for protection, but they're still pretty flexible. Otherwise, they'd snap in half before breakfast. Amphipods, on the other hand, are tiny but mighty. They can survive in places where only the toughest dare to tread. What do they eat? Mostly leftovers, fallen fish, whale bones, or anything else that drops from the upper ocean layers. If you can't be picky, be persistent. These creatures will happily gnaw on anything, turning ocean garbage into gourmet meals. Think of giant isopods and amphipods as the trench's dedicated cleanup crew. Not glamorous, but definitely essential, especially when someone drops a snack from 10,000 meters above. If you thought eating in the trenches was boring, wait until you meet the sea cucumbers. These wobbly vacuum cleaners spend their lives hoovering up marine snow, which is really just a fancy name for tiny particles of dead stuff drifting down from above. It's kind of like living under a constant blizzard of powdered donuts, only with more fish scales and, well, a lot less sugar. Sea cucumbers come in all shapes and wobbly sizes. Some look like big pink slugs, while others resemble old socks that somehow crawled away from the laundry basket. But they all share the same job, gobbling up whatever lands on the trench floor. Marine snow isn't exactly fine dining, but in the Hadalpelagic Zone, beggars can't be choosers. Every bit of falling debris is a chance for a snack. And if you're a sea cucumber, you've got all the time in the world to munch slowly. So next time you see a snowstorm, just imagine it made of flakes of fish poop and bacteria. For sea cucumbers, it's a feast fit for a, let's say, very odd king. Let's get a little dramatic. Enter the big fin squid, part ghost, part alien, and honestly, all tentacle. With arms and tentacles that can stretch out over 8 meters long, this squid floats through the darkness like a haunted bedsheet with, well, spaghetti for fingers. If you thought vampires were spooky, you haven't met the big fin squid. These squids are rarely seen, but when they do show up, it's like something straight out of a deep-sea fever dream. Their bodies are soft and see-through, and their legs just dangle like tangled ribbons as they drift by. No one is quite sure what they eat, possibly anything that's too slow to escape their creepy embrace. Big fin squids survive down here because they're as bendy as a yoga instructor and as mysterious as a locked diary. They don't need speed, they just need patience and really, really long arms. In the Hadalpelagic Zone, being a little bit spooky is the only way to get noticed. The big fin squid has totally mastered the art of making an entrance, even if no one's there to see it. Now let's swim up to the upper reaches of the trench, where things get just a tad less squishy, but honestly, no less weird. Meet the hagfish, a creature that looks like a sock puppet with a bad attitude. Hagfish ooze slime when threatened, not great for dinner parties, and can tie themselves in knots. Why? Because life's too short to be boring. Then there's the cusk eel, a fish that isn't actually an eel, but don't tell it that. It slithers around the trench walls, searching for snacks and looking like it's late for a masquerade ball. Both hagfish and cusk eels are experts at living in the upper parts of the Hadalpelagic Zone, where things are slightly less crushing, but still far from cozy. These oddballs scavenge the ocean floor, feasting on anything from dead fish to unlucky invertebrates. Hagfish even dig into carcasses, making them the ultimate leftovers lovers. In a world where normal is just another word for boring, the hagfish and cusk eel fit right in. After all, why be ordinary when you can be outrageously odd? So what have we learned from our journey to the Hadalpelagic Zone? First, the ocean's deepest trenches are way weirder and way more wonderful than anyone expected. From jelly-boned fish to armored isopods, from marine snow eaters to tentacled mysteries, life down here is proof that evolution has a wild imagination. The Hadalpelagic Zone is spooky, yes, but it's also a place of endless surprises. It's dark, cold, full of pressure, and yet, somehow, it's teeming with life. Every creature, no matter how strange, has a story to tell. So next time you look out at the ocean, remember, beneath those waves, in the deepest, darkest trenches, there's a whole world of gooey, glowing, and gloriously weird animals doing their thing. The Hadalpelagic Zone isn't just Earth's final frontier. It's the ultimate celebration of surviving, thriving, and being just a little bit strange. We may never visit the trenches ourselves, but thanks to science, and a big dose of imagination, we can marvel at these deep-sea wonders from a safe, squish-free distance.